Howdy, we're going to talk a little about functions and relations today. This first set of points here is a function and a relation. Sometimes we see a function like written as f of x equals something, and we'll see a little bit of that as well. But as far as our definitions are concerned, this is more important to write it like this right now. I guess I should have written this as the set. So we have a few points here in this set. There's the point 0, 9, 1, 2, 3, 7, 5, 2, and 6, 5. And so those 5 points make up my function. So if I put in a value of 1, I get out 2. If I put in a value of 6, I get out 5. For whatever this is, it's just kind of predefined like that. Well, the domain is your list of x values, and you should put your domain and range in order. So 0, 1, 2, 3, those are already in order. 0, 1, 3, 5, 6. 0, 1, 3, 5, 6. I realized I said 2 a second ago, and that was bad. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, and my range is a little mixed up. Let me see. 2. I have a couple of those. Just write it once. Don't write 2 more than once. So I have 2, 5, 7, and 9. 2, 5, 7, and 9. And so the domain, these are the possible numbers I could put into my function. And the range, these are the possible numbers I could get out of my function. So you put a 3 in, you get a 7 out. 3 goes in the in list, 7 goes in the out list. And the same number could be on both lists. You can see I have a 5 on both lists. That's okay. So that's the domain and range. Domain are the x's, range are the possible y's. Another way to write this is as a mapping diagram. So I already wrote my domain in a bubble. So you put your domain in the first bubble, 0, 1, 3, 5, 6. You put your range in the second bubble. So it's 2, 5, 7, 9. And these are always in order so that when you draw the arrows, it looks kind of cool and they're overlapping and whatnot. You could just put them straight across from each other, but that would be super lame. So put them in order so it looks cool and people will think you're smart. So 0 goes to 9. 1 goes to 2. 3 goes to 7. That one goes straight across. 5 goes to 2 as well as that other one. There we go. And what else we have? 6 goes to 5. So 6 goes to 5. Okay. So that is a mapping diagram. So if it asks you to do a mapping diagram, go ahead and do something like that. Don't always make a mapping diagram. If they ask you to make a mapping diagram, make a mapping diagram. And finally, I have something called the vertical line test. It's for functions. Basically, what a function is that every x only goes to one y. And this here is a function, because if I look at the arrows coming out of all of these numbers, they all go, all of the x's only have one arrow coming out of it. I don't have 3 that could go to 2 or 7. 3 always goes to 7. So no matter where I start, I always have a definite place I'm going. Okay, if I go up to the top, well, if you look at all of these x's, they're all different. If all the x's are different, then it is a function. So looking at a vertical line test, I have a couple of examples here. And you can see these 2 points have the same x. I tried to make them over each other. So if you draw a vertical line, it'll go through the same point more than once. So this is not a function because of that. Because if you draw a vertical line, it will go through points in the function more than once. And I just made these points up. Not a function. Because I can draw a vertical line through more than one point. And so the other graph over there, because there isn't a point right above each other, this is a function. This one is a function because I can't draw a vertical line through more than one point. That's awesome. That is a function. Okay, let's look at a couple more. Sometimes we also have a graph. So if I look at this, there's no way if I draw a vertical line, it never goes through the graph more than once. So this is a function. Okay, so it doesn't really matter, just some squiggly kind of funky line, but make sure it doesn't go underneath itself. This last one here looks like an ellipse, and if I draw a vertical line, it will hit it twice. It'll hit it there, and it'll hit it there. So this is not a function. So if a vertical line will hit your relation more than once, it's not a function. Functions have to be, in a sense, predictable. For that certain value of x, only one value you get out of it. So here, this one, if this is like at x equals 3 or something like that, what x equals 3, I have more than one possible solution. I don't like that. That's not a function. That's not predictable. That's not conducive to my getting to sleep at night. I need to know that I'm getting the y that I thought I would. Okay? So that's the vertical line test. I would like you to do the lesson check on page 271. Go ahead and do that now. Now let me know if I explained anything right.